Hey guys, it's Andrew from Curse, and I'm here to ask and answer, what's the hype behind Deus Ex Mankind Divided? And perhaps more importantly, is it justified? Deus Ex is a classic sci-fi role-playing game series that got its start back in 2000 on the PC. The original Deus Ex was a genre-busting combination of first-person shooter, adventure, and role-playing simulation with a branching story based on player choice. It's not strange to see these genres together now, but in 2000 it was mind-blowing. As a result, Deus Ex is still considered one of the greatest PC games of all time. Deus Ex's director, Warren Spector, has already produced such hit titles as System Shock and Ultima Underground, but he was looking to make something more ambitious. John Romero's Ion Storm bankrolled the Deus Ex project, giving Spector and his 20-person team unlimited freedom to make the game they wanted. Deus Ex is what they eventually came up with after 28 months of production. The game's team produced two games in the series, Deus Ex in 2000 and Deus Ex Invisible War in 2003. Both games were commercial successes, but then the series went silent. The Deus Ex team tried twice to develop another Deus Ex game, but Ion Storm ran into trouble from some high-profile failures, like the infamous Daikatana, and the studio shut down in 2005. It took 8 years for Eidos Montreal to revive the series with Deus Ex Human Revolution in 2011. The game has put the series back on the map in a big way, and Deus Ex Mankind Divided hopes to continue its success. Deus Ex is difficult to peg into a single genre, and that's what makes this series so special. At its core, it has a bit in common with open-world games like Fallout, and it has dialogue trees that change the story like Mass Effect, but it isn't really like either of those games or anything else. Deus Ex is as unique as a modern game franchise can get. The Deus Ex games feature multiple, drastically different solutions to each problem, and the approach you take to those problems is reflected in the storyline. As you progress, you receive upgrades that improve your ability to solve problems in a specific way. So beefing yourself up into a massive combat machine is going to pay off differently in the story than solving problems with stealth, through dialogue, or with hacking. But none of these options are right or wrong. It's up to you to decide how you want to play. The most recent entry to the series, Deus Ex Human Revolution, created some controversy by implementing a regenerating health system. This upset longtime fans of the series, who feared that the game would leave its roots in favor of a more action-oriented gameplay. That didn't turn out to be the case. Human Revolution is as much a beautiful mishmash of parts of its predecessors, and it's a better game because of its versatility. Human Revolution's story revolves around Adam Jensen, who finds himself mortally wounded after a terrorist attack. He undergoes life-saving surgery that replaces large amounts of his body with mechanical and prosthetic augmentations. In other words, he's a cyborg now. Jensen spends most of Human Revolution searching for those responsible for the terrorist attacks, while also navigating the ethics and politics of a growing human enhancement movement. Mankind Divided picks up where Human Revolution left off with Adam Jensen's story 2 years later. He now acts as a member of Interpol, and he is still working to unravel the conspiracy behind the terrorist attacks that wounded him, but he has social issues to deal with too. After the events of Human Revolution, tensions between augmented humans and normal humans are at an all-time high. Augmented humans are treated as outcasts by society, and our hero is an augmented human. Deus Ex has made its reputation on bringing interesting approaches to complex problems, and this setting promises to put Adam Jensen and the player into a lot of complex problems. Deus Ex Mankind Divided was originally slated for release in February of 2016, but a delay pushed it back to summer and made the anticipation that much higher. It is now set to come to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on August 23rd.
Who chooses to believe a better future is possible?
There simply isn't anything quite like Deus Ex. The cyberpunk style, the story that changes based on your gameplay style, the freeform approach of problem solving. There are certainly games that have some of what Deus Ex has, but nothing that seems to have the whole package. One of the series' highlights is its approach to the ethics and politics of mechanically altering the human body. Human Revolution took a very mature and thoughtful approach in this question and what it says about humanity. It gets pretty deep, in a Ghost in the Shell kind of way. Of course, Mankind Divided is hoping to not just continue the success of Human Revolution, but improve upon it. And many of the game's changes are in the gameplay itself. Different ammo types have been introduced, each with a different set of special uses. For example, the EMP ammo can also be used against mechanically augmented enemies, or to disable security cameras and other machines. In addition, Mankind Divided will make it easier to switch from weapon powers to augmented arm powers on the fly, a bit like BioShock, where the right hand is a gun and the left hand controls the augmented powers. Several changes to the game engine have also aimed at making the combat faster and more freeform. One of Jensen's new augmentations is the Tesla gun arm, which can target up to 4 enemies with a stun charge that knocks them out without killing them. This is one way Mankind Divided combines the improved combat with Deus Ex's trend of allowing non-lethal routes to progress. Hacking has always been one of the key parts of Deus Ex gameplay, and Mankind Divided looks to take things a step further with remote hacking. Now Jensen can hack some equipment, like cameras and bridges, from a distance, giving him more versatility to make it through an area stealthily. This puts an even greater focus on level exploration. Every stage has multiple approaches, both in terms of strategy and location. Mankind Divided puts more focus on exploring stages vertically, which means that dropping from the ceiling is as viable of an option as using the front door. But for all the tweaks to the formula, the most important thing about Mankind Divided is that it's proof Deus Ex is truly back. The first 2 Deus Ex games captured the hearts of gamers and critics alike, and the only thing that stopped the series' momentum was financial trouble created by other games. If not for Ion Storm's closure, Deus Ex could have been a AAA juggernaut of a franchise over the past decade. If Mankind Divided follows up on the success of Human Revolution, with Eidos and Square Enix backing it, Deus Ex could finally get its shot at the top tier of gaming franchises. It looks like Mankind Divided is poised to be as big a success as Human Revolution, if not much bigger. The story ties in directly, so if you haven't played Human Revolution yet, you probably want to do that before Mankind Divided hits. Once you've done that, you'll notice the changes to the game for Mankind Divided. The controversial regenerating health system returns, but the combat system is revamped, and Adam Jensen gets a bunch of new toys and abilities to fight, hack, sneak, and talk his way through whatever trouble he finds himself in. Yet the formula looks mostly unchanged. It still looks like Deus Ex, and for a series as legendary as this one, that's among the highest compliments you can get. Let us know if you're excited for Mankind Divided, and tell us your methods for solving Adam Jensen's problems in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the game.